Hello, 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 everybody. Sorry I'm late. I was eating a very spicy shawarma, and that is not a lie. My mouth is on fire right now. Shayne's in chat before me, which is incredibly rare, so I'm going to jump in there right now and say my entire spiel.
Hello?
Hi.
You are here.
I am late. I was eating, so the story goes, I feel like I eat shawarma a lot before we record this podcast.
Dude,
Um,
shawarma is how you can't go wrong.
It really is, but this time, my brother is in town, and we ordered from the shawarma place. And when he ordered spicy sauce on his shawarma,
Whew.
and I like some spice to it, but I didn't know he did that until I started eating it. So
Uh-huh.
normally I can like chow down a shawarma in like a good 10 minutes. This took me like 30 minutes, and by the time like my snot running down my face, crying, just as like the spiciest food ever, I realized it was late, and then I got it here, and my internet wouldn't connect. But we're here, everyone, for ruining movies.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Spicy. My nose is running. I might have to
Nice.
go like blow my nose.
I also have a little spicy food.
Nice. What do you eat? Obviously, this is Ruining Movies, the podcast where we talk about food. What did you eat?
I had some kung pao chicken and noodles.
Oh hell yeah!
It was
Dude,
delicious.
I've been on an orange chicken kick lately.
Okay, for sure.
I like this is the place by me has like amazing spring rolls and just like really good orange chicken.
Fuck yeah, dude. I get down with some sweet flavored chicken. I was feeling
Yes.
spicy today though.
I do like some spice. Clears my sinuses out, but not. I needed to know the spice is like gonna be there.
I need to prepare my face.
Like it's bad to get random spice. All right, I'm ready to start. I just need to put my fan is not pointing at me, and it is getting toasty in here. So
Is
1
that-
second.
Is it the final Spice Girl? Sneaky Spice? She's a rogue. Really high
Final
dexterity.
Spice Girl is Sneaky Spice.
Sneaky Spice. Super high dex.
Yeah, everyone knows that Spice Girls is actually a D&D party. Sugar Spice. Is it Sugar Spice? Is a bard?
Dude, the wheels are turning. I want a
Sporty
party
Spice
that is
monk.
the Spice Girls. And it's
Okay,
just a
who are all
bunch
those?
of
Who are they? It's a
sporty.
sporty.
No,
it's
I don't
a
know.
Sporty Spice, Sugar Spice. I don't know if Sugar Spice is right.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. I'm Googling, but
Yeah,
my computer is
There's like
doesn't
what,
like.
7 of them? No, I'm kidding. There's like
I don't know.
4.
Spice Girls. I thought there was 4.
Scary Spice, Sporty Spice. Wait,
There's
no wait.
5 of them.
It's
Consisting of Melanie Brown. Oh, okay. No, I want no Mel B.
Scary
She was on
Spice,
that show.
Sporty Spice, Baby Spice, Ginger Spice,
Posh Spice.
and Posh Spice, which is Victoria Beckham.
And the late joiner, the 6th one, Sneaky Spice.
Spice.
We never. Her true identity was never revealed.
Yeah, she wore a mask. She did the whole Slipknot thing. She just goes by Sneaky Spice. Why do I not know Ginger Spice?
She was the one with red hair, maybe. I don't know.
She was, but I don't like.
Oh, she really was.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right. Well, this was this was your update on the Spice Girls. Everyone, thank you guys for coming here. The pre-podcast Spice Girl recap. There's now a 6th
Hell yeah.
one, Sneaky Spice. Let's start the podcast. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Ruining Movies, the podcast that watches movies and then ruins them with you, dear listener and watcher and astral projector. If you're astral projecting the podcast, that's a new feature we have. Join us. I am your host, Zach, and across the very symmetrical pastel screen, as probably some Simon Garfunkel is playing, wearing a very quirky hat, is my co-host Shayne.
Hi, I'm Shayne.
That's Shayne. Shane Wilson, the fourth brother of the Wilson Wilson brother. Is there four of them? Oh, okay, never mind. But anyway, if you couldn't tell, we are talking about Wes Anderson's The Grand Budapest Hotel today. I guess the Grand Budapest Hotel part would have been hard to pick up on, but all the other things are cliches of Wes Anderson. So here we are. Yeah. But
Hi.
hi. It's time to do it. But before we get into that, we got some breaking news. By breaking news is this podcast was supposed to be recorded last week, but we're doing it this week, and I did not feel the need to change up the articles. So some news might be different now.
Also, this week we're sponsored by
Birds. We're sponsored by Birds. Everyone, use checkout code ruiningmovies at birds.com to get yourself a free parakeet.
I have a bit of news that I want to talk about that was squeezed in there when we can.
Go for it before we talk about...
Should I start with that?
Yeah, start with it.
Oh, okay. In recent game show news, fucking powerhouse Jeopardy player of 2021, Amy Schneider, lost her 40-day winning streak or something like that.
I saw that. She was killing it.
She basically surpassed everyone but Ken Jennings in money earned.
What was the total?
I don't know. Hold on.
Okay.
I have her in the Google machine already. Her total game winnings reached $1,382,800, putting her in the fourth place for highest all-time regular season cash winnings on the show. However, I think she, in terms of days played, she's in second place.
Okay.
Total days. Here we go. 28-day total. Oh,
interesting.
Never mind.
Okay.
That's a different article. Whoops. Yeah, 40 days, I think, is what her total was. But yeah, anyway, her meteoric rise ended this last week.
Damn.
But it's just crazy because that's the second person in 2021 alone to make an absurd amount of money over an absurd amount of time on the show. The other guy, I can't remember his name right now. Fuck.
It's not Ken
Jennings. I knew it the
other
day. Not Ken Jennings. I can't think of his name. It doesn't matter. He and her both this year had broken a ton of records. It was just crazy.
Do you think
Not
this
this year,
Jeopardy is getting easier, or us as a human race is getting smarter? I don't
Neither.
think it's the second one.
Neither. I think that people are figuring out the game, and as more people figure out the game, people compound strategies, and
the game in the system.
Yeah. I mean, Ken Jennings was an incredibly intelligent person who was well practiced and had memory techniques that he used.
Okay.
And it kept him on the show making a lot of money. And then James Howitzer was a gambler, and he was one of the first people to come on and just start hitting the high numbers over and over and over again and betting huge and racking up a bunch of money.
Nice.
So this lady, Amy Schneider, kind of combined those two ideas, right? She's really well versed, she's very cultured and educated, but also she played the gambling game.
Hell yeah.
Betting really high, taking the high value questions. At one game she had over $70,000 when she finished. So you got to do some heavy betting to get there, unless
that's nuts.
Yeah. She was a powerhouse, man. It was great.
Yeah. Okay.
Fun to watch.
Well, props to her for making a lot of money by knowing a lot of things.
Yeah.
Jeopardy.
Trivia night pays off if you didn't know.
Why is Jeopardy called Jeopardy?
I don't know, but I was thinking recently about how many categories there are and why, and I was wondering if it's the amount of letters in Jeopardy. Yeah.
Maybe I stopped talking because I was trying to do the math in my head. Let's move on. Seeing as Shane and I probably wouldn't win Jeopardy. I don't know. I mean, I guess if it was I think if the categories were right, we could win it.
I don't know if I would win, but I don't think I would go negative.
You know what? I can agree with that.
I think I know enough crazy answers to questions and enough about just the game to be able to not fuck up that bad.
Okay, that's fair. I think I'm in the same spot. Like, middle of the road. That's where I live my life. Middle of the road.
Same.
Hell yeah. All right, talking about real winners. I really hope I'm saying this, and I hope they didn't appear on the Epstein logs, because, you know, I think, like, Matt Groening did. Well, let's talk about, the King of the Hill return. That is all, like, I don't think they did, so that's knocking on wood. That was a transition. That was a rough transition.
Oh, yeah. Good segue.
Yeah, great segue. But anyway, we're talking about the King of the Hill return. This actually dropped. The news dropped like about a week and a half ago, but we are now talking about it now. It is reported that the OG creators Mike Judge and Greg Daniels are back to bring back everyone's favorite Arlington, Texas family and all their friends.
Arlen.
Hill family. Did I say Arlington?
Yeah, that's a real place.
That is a real place. Wait, is Arlington? Okay, yeah. Arlen,
Arlen
Texas,
is a combination of Arlington and another nearby town that they like combine the names to make a fake town.
Okay. Well, anyway, I love King of the Hill, so the chance, like, we're getting it back.
Yeah,
most likely. Yeah. It sounds like they're going to be doing a 15-year time skip, which I mean, I think is perfect.
Interesting. Yeah.
I really would love to see, like, how the Hill family reacts, like, to, like, I just really want to see where Bobby is. Like, what do you think Bobby does?
I think he's a musician.
I think that, or he has a podcast. And I'm not just saying that because we're podcasting right now, but I think he's some type of content creator.
Yeah.
Like, Bobby Hill is the original content creator. That's not true. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Is Hank still working at Strickland Propane?
Probably.
Did Bobby and Hank ever find that family bonding? I know that, like, the series finale they kind of did when they were grilling. Will Peggy still annoy me to no end?
Peggy Hill taught me how to eat cheeseburgers with a mustache. Like, yeah. she used it with lipstick, but, like, the same logic applies.
I do love King of the Hill. It's just that episode where they go to, Peggy takes her class to Mexico. It's such an infuriating episode to watch. But I do love it. I hope I hope it's good. I mean, they got the original creators, which is good. I mean, Mike Judge has created some great stuff. And on that note, we're also getting new Beavis and Butthead.
Nice.
Which is one that I really don't know how it's going to translate into modern times.
Is that one getting a time skip too?
I kind of hope they don't. I really just want to see them, like, do the whole MTV thing, but, like, just now with modern day stuff.
YouTube.
Beavis and Butthead just are now React YouTubers. They just watch a bunch of YouTube, like, videos and react to them. They become one of those channels. It should be good. I don't know. I don't know which. I should have looked this up before we started talking about it. I don't know which, like, streaming service picked them up, because I know it's not going to be just, like, on Fox now. Right. I'm guessing, like, probably Paramount. I don't think, like, Netflix did. I think it would be bigger news if Netflix did. And didn't Paramount also just pick up, like, South Park and is letting them do, like, 25 films or something like that?
I have no idea, but I know that Paramount's going to be streaming the Halo show.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
that's a thing, I guess.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about pizza.
That's not the news we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Batman pizzas.
Yeah, we're here. Everyone, I don't know if everyone has seen this, but we are about to talk about Batman pizza, and I need to find the article I sent you. Good thing it is in our messages. All right, everyone. So if someone approached you on the street and just started yelling at you, and they were yelling, "What is the new Batman tie-in? What What would your guess be, Shane, if I didn't show you this article?
What,
if you had
what
to
is
guess,
the tie-in?
yeah, if what kind of tie-in is the Batman? The new, is it Michael Reeves directing that? Matt Reeves, directed Batman. Yeah. This really dark Batman. Like, what would you guess would be the movie tie-in?
I don't know. I remember Burger King did like a totally black bun for Halloween.
Yeah. Or like,
so
something like a Slurpee
like that.
or something.
A Slurpee, maybe like a double chocolate milkshake. Something super dark.
A double chocolate milkshake. Is that just a bigger chocolate milkshake, or is it two different types of chocolate?
I was just trying to think of how to make a chocolate milkshake. Like, I guess you just put like food coloring in it to make it like Batman themed.
Yeah, that's fair. But no, we would all be wrong because I don't think anyone in a million years would guess this movie tie-in. So with the release of the Batman film coming out in the next couple months, obviously they're going to start doing press tours. We're going to see more trailers, posters are going to drop. All these things have been happening, but that also includes movie tie-ins are going to start coming out, and the one that is the most just words can't even come to my mouth right now. It is a Lovecraftian horror I am beholding. It is Little Caesars Batman Crazy Calzone. That's the name
I have
of it.
so many like questions. Let's just start from the top. How the fuck did Little Caesars land this contract?
Yeah, first
over
of all,
like
that is a
any
good
other
question.
pizza place. And
Little
like I'd like it
yeah.
to be known, this podcast is stationed in the Midwest, Michigan specifically.
We love Little Caesars.
Little Caesars is from here.
Yeah.
I love my Caesars.
I
but
could like walk to like 10 of them right now.
Yeah, but they are just like not the that
they're
franchise
no
that I would think would get a Batman deal. They're no Domino's, they're no Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut gets movie deals like all the time.
Right. But
so that was surprising. Normally Little Caesars gets like baseball deals.
Right. I mean, and I think we need to talk about like that's a very good question, but I would like I need everyone to know what the shape of this pizza is, because it is not so the name is Crazy Calzone. You think, oh, it's just a really like maybe like a bat-shaped calzone. Well, you'd be wrong for thinking that. It is a pizza that are the wings of the bat, and then the head and the butt of the bat are a calzone.
Yes, it is a menagerie of things. And those calzones are like weird. They're not even like, it's very strange. The imagery here is tough
crazy
to describe.
It doesn't even look like a bat.
Okay,
really...
so I see what's happening here, all right?
Yeah.
They haven't done shit. Okay, if you look at this is just a poorly cut pizza. Right? At one point, really this was just a big pizza. They cut it 4 times and then just like demolished a portion of the pizza.
I mean, if we're really dissecting this, it's like the center is just like a traditional deep dish pizza. The wings are just like 2 slices from a regular pizza, and then like where the rest of the, like if it was a circular pizza, like there'd be like 2 more slices above and 2 more slices below. Right. Those are just like pizza slices like folded in on each other, creating calzones.
That's what I've said. This thing started as a normal pizza, and then someone just started going nuts on it.
All right, I want to read this little snippet from this article. Always looking to add experimental items to their menu, the fast food pizza joint released their freaky-looking take on a classic calzone in August of 2021. Wait,
this
already happened?
Oh shit!
I
think this movie's out.
I don't think it is. Which they dubbed the Crazy Calzone. Wait,
man.
Wait, this is even more. So they already had this Crazy Calzone thing, and then the Batman people must have came to them and be like, hey, your Crazy Calzone thing looks like a bat. Can we do a movie tie-in? Because right now, as the timeline stands, they already had the Crazy Calzone, and now they're just putting it in a Batman box.
What? This New and innovative idea. Dude, you just fucked up my pizza.
You just messed up the pizza.
You mangled it. Oh my gosh.
Also, there's this note. Little Caesars is also hosting a brand new sweepstakes to go along with the Batman movie themed product, featuring the headline, "Help the Batman solve the riddle for a chance to win." I feel like they could have tried a little bit harder on that one. The pizza company's latest contest includes 2 grand prizes of a 4-day, 3-night trip for 2 to attend the red carpet premiere of the Batman in February 2020. Think of winning that prize, meeting Robert Pattinson, and being like, "Hey, how did you get on the red carpet?" "Oh, I ate a lot of crazy calzones."
I bought a bunch of weird pizza.
I bought a bunch of strange pizza. The crazy calzone is like something the Riddler would make to make Gotham go insane. Like
with fury.
Exactly.
You know, like that image of Tommy Pickles, like sitting there with a hammer in his hands?
Yeah.
That's who I envision as like behind the scenes at Little Caesars, right? They just slide a pizza in front of Tommy Pickles and they're like, turn this into something weird that we can sell. He just beats the shit out of it. And then they put a spectacular prize. Not gonna lie,
really did.
That's a banging fucking prize.
They also like to say that they put garlic white sauce in this. Like, there's like 4 different times in this article that it mentions the garlic white sauce. I don't know. It's only $8. I might have to go buy it. I don't know. I don't feel like a
should
die,
live stream
though.
ourselves eating it.
Yeah.
After everything we've said, we owe it to
We really
the
do.
masses to try it.
So now that we've talked about the crazy calzone Batman tie-in, I found this article from 2015 on Mental Floss that also is 12 weird movie tie-in products. I just want to go over some of them.
Okay.
The first one on this list is the 50 Shades of Grey teddy bear. It is a teddy bear wearing a suit. In one hand, it has a mask. In the other, some handcuffs.
What the fuck? Who are you marketing to?
Exactly. And it is, according to Vermont Teddy Bears, he is made with the silkiest fur we can get our paws on.
It was from Vermont Teddy Bears? That's a famous fucking teddy bear company.
Yep.
Wow, I bet you those things are worth money now.
Probably.
That's crazy.
The next one, Shane, I need to send you an image before we talk about this next one. The next one is...
What in the fuck am I looking at?
Is a James Bond popsicle. And you guys might hear that and be like, Zach, a James Bond popsicle. What is it? Is it like shaped like a gun? Is it shaped like a bullet? Or maybe some like cool classic like British car? Oh, well, you're wrong. It is shaped like Daniel Craig.
Just straight up a shirtless Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
This limited edition ice lollies, being popsicles, were inspired by a poll of British women who selected the latest Bond as the coolest male celeb.
Oh
Officially, the hunky treat was called License to Chill. It comes in blueberry, pomegranate, and cranberry. Oh god. Next on this list.
I'm looking up
Yeah.
This is a 50 Shades of Grey teddy bear on eBay. $140.
Oh wow. Damn, we should have got our hands on those in 2015.
Wow.
The next one coming out, I think, with the original Avengers movie is the Avengers Signature Scent Collection. They go by the four I almost said flavors. The 4 scents are Worthy, which is a Thor scent, Smash, which is a Hulk themed. I wasn't even as a Hulk themed scent. Patriot, and then the Mark 5 or Mark 7. But don't worry, there was also a secret one for you Loki fans called Mischief. There's some other crazy ones I want to get through. This is a huge list. We're not going to do all of them. The next one on this list that I think is very funny is the Watchmen condoms. This was released with Zack Snyder's 2009 Watchmen's. Watchmen film. It says "We're society's only protection," and it had a blue condom in it. So great. If you were, if you already loved our James Bond popsicle, don't worry. If you were alive in the '80s, you could have got James Bond ties from your local KFC.
Ties? Like a necktie?
Like a necktie.
What the
it was for the release of License to Kill. That's when the fast food chain KFC hosted a Be Bond for a Day contest and sold character ties.
Interesting.
And then the last one I want to talk about, there's so many on this list, but one that is just, the ad is so weird to me and I don't understand it, is number 12, Sherlock Holmes taquitos. At 7-Eleven. It doesn't say what type of flavor they are.
That's the mystery.
That's the mystery. You need to be Sherlock Holmes to figure out what's in your taquito. All right. That's the news. Let's move on.
That is so funny.
I was going to do another letters from the box right now, but we're already kind of running a little bit late on this one. So we're going to just jump straight into talking about the Grand Budapest Hotel. So let's get into it. There should be music here, but like some quirky, like ukulele.
All
right.
Hair, dude, is so ridiculous.
What?
My hair is just so ridiculous.
Yeah, mine is too. If I took off my hat, I would be like rocking a mullet right now.
Continue.
All right, yeah, we need to keep on with this crazy ride. All right, so last week, but actually realistically last week, we watched the 2014 Wes Anderson film, The Grand Budapest Hotel. For anyone who hasn't seen this film, it tells the tale of the Grand Budapest Hotel, how the owner became. The story is like how the current owner became the owner of the hotel. It has everyone's favorite Wes Anderson characters in it, such as Bill Murray, Owen Wilson, William Dafoe. And I dare say, this is the most Wes Anderson film there is out there.
Yeah, I could see that.
And what I mean by that is, Wes Anderson is known for his directing that, like, he doesn't leave anything to be imagined. There's usually no mystery to Wes Anderson films. He puts what he wants to say on the camera in front of you in perfect staging, and it is there. That's the great thing about Grand Budapest Hotel. It is incredibly easy to follow because everything you need to know is right there. There's also the staging and blocking. He's very precise about how he wants to set up his shots. You also know his very, very specific color palette. Like, you could just show me the colors of a film and I could tell if it's a Wes Anderson film or not. And the beautiful symmetry of it all, and just the quirky characters. And like I said, the Grand Budapest Hotel has to be the most Wes Anderson film. It is like he's like, I know what I'm known for, and here's just the film where it's all that.
Yeah. I love the tiny set pieces.
Yes, the set pieces are so great. I love, like, that's the thing about, like, Wes Anderson. It's like he cares so much about set design, and like every little thing, everything on camera is meant to be there. And I know, like, that's like a lot of directors, but like he is so precise with what he wants to show and what he wants to say with shots. Like, every chair is placed where it needs to be. Every pastry is where it needs to be. It's usually pointing at the character entering the scene.
It's so precise that he, rather than trying to seek out a mountain range and find the shot for an elevator, he just built a miniature one so it looked the way he wanted it to look.
Yeah, absolutely. So, is this the first time you've seen this film?
Yes and no.
Okay.
At the same time. Like, I had either seen bits and pieces of it over time, or I had at one point seen the whole thing and just didn't remember any of it. But like when I watched it this time, there was like a lot that was very familiar to me.
Okay, yeah. I guess I should ask you, the next one is, do you have like a favorite set piece or scene from this film? Or like favorite segment, because I would argue that like the Grand Budapest Hotel is like very segmented in how it goes.
Yeah.
It's like current day, where the reporter is meeting with the owner of the hotel. It is then the like past, where our main character is meeting with it's like it's also like pre-war and post-war is also a segment here.
It is. So I guess I kind of have two, but
Okay.
they jive together, and it's the reason that they're my choice.
Okay.
And it's the two parts where they're on the train, and each time they encounter fascists.
Yeah, nope, that's actually my favorite. I think like
And
the
just the way they
symmetry
work
of both
together.
of them.
Mhm.
It shows off a lot of character there, too.
Yeah, they change so much over time, and yet like they also haven't changed in certain ways, and it's just they're just so loyal to one another. So it's some really touching stuff.
It is, and that's
Especially
like,
when you find out, right afterwards that was one of the last times they saw each other.
yeah, absolutely. That is like the one thing about it is like Wes Anderson films, despite them being very quirky and very staged and very, I like tropey, which is like weird to call them tropey because they are Wes Anderson tropes. Is they usually come with a lot of heart, a lot of emotion, and just really well done character development. Even though,
Yes.
like at the surface, it seems like every character in Wes Anderson films is, I want to say like, they all have a gimmick to them. They all have a visual gimmick to them. I'm thinking the Royal Tenenbaums. Like the Luke Wilson's character is always wearing the sweatband. But that movie is incredibly emotional and is about a family falling apart and has fallen apart and trauma and all that stuff. And like the Grand Budapest Hotel deals with war, a war that it takes over the entire country and changes how things go in prison and
War,
separation,
death, love, loyalty,
stealing art.
It's crazy. This movie explores a whole lot of like deep shit, and it's done really well.
And it's done in a very quirky container, a very wrapped up like bright candy.
Yeah.
But if the
Some of
candy
these scenes
got to your soul,
go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's all I was gonna say.
If the candy cut to your soul, that was it. That was pretty profound. I think.
Yeah. Been watching Wes Anderson films.
This movie feels like I'm sitting, in the best seat in the house at like a Broadway show. A lot of times,
It is very theatrical. Absolutely.
and it's more than just that. Like it is theatrical, but also like put yourself at a Broadway show, right? You can see the care that goes into props and set pieces and things like that. I guess I also just watched Hamilton recently, so
Nice. Well,
that's the thing.
Yeah, you definitely. I think that's a good comparison.
It's like detailed and so ornate in such a way. It's like that it's live and people are. That's how it feels. Like when you're watching a Wes Anderson movie, this one specifically, it feels like it's happening like right now, live in front of you. Like it's like, and I guess it is, in a way, right? Like it feels like it's all done in one take or something like that. Just the way
you're right, and I think like you're onto something with comparing it to Hamilton. Well, comparing it to live theater, because a Wes Anderson film does feel very. It feels like it. How do I want to say this? It is a film, but it's using film in a unique way where it's becoming more theatrical, which even like plays back if you think about like the history of film, like when we only had single camera rigs that couldn't move. Even though there's a lot of really great camera movement in Wes Anderson films, it is using the sets, like you're watching a theater, watching a play in the theater. It is using the sets to tell stories. It is using color. It is using how you stage characters, which sounds just like basic filmmaking, but Wes Anderson makes it his own. And we talked about that when we talked about Edgar Wright's films. Is Edgar Wright has his editing style, and he knows where to place things to get the right edit. Wes Anderson knows how to set up a shot using, like a play,
like minimal
editing too, and that's why he's known. Like if you look up like what is Wes Anderson known for, he is known for directing, which is something you need to do when you are directing plays, is because you can't really keep things hidden from an audience when you're seeing something live, because if you're sitting farther away or you're like depending on your seat, you have to know what's going on in the story, and Wes Anderson does that well. There is no secrets, no surprises really in a Wes Anderson film. What you see on the film, what you see on the scene, is what is happening, and same with his character development. It's all put out there, and I think like lesser directors who don't have the same style would probably get like negative reviews for that, but because Wes Anderson does it so well and with such great care, it's a positive thing here.
I agree.
So I think we've hit like everything that is this film and like what Wes Anderson. I think we also have to talk about the actors that work with him, because that is something that makes a Wes Anderson film, especially the Grand Budapest Hotel. This kind of felt like he was going through his entire like contact list of everyone he's ever worked with, and was like, hey, come be in this movie. Like we have Adrian Brody, who's always in this, Jeff Goldblum, Jude Law, William Dafoe, Bill Murray, Jason Schwartzman,
Edward Norton,
Owen Wilson, Tilda Swinton. It honestly, like, Luke Wilson wasn't in this, and that's the only person I like was missing. Was like Luke Wilson did not make an appearance.
Yeah, that's true.
Which, for those who don't know, is Owen Wilson and Luke Wilson go all the way back with Wes Anderson with his first film. I think is it's Bottle Rockets. It was
I watched the trailer.
Yeah. It's a good film. I recommend it. I also think that's like where Luke and Owen got their big break. It's also where Wes Anderson got a big break. So that's why you always see them together. They've been working together since the beginning of their careers.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love those stories.
Yeah, me too. It's like Edgar Wright and
Sean, not Sean.
I know. I was about to
Nick
say
Frost
Sean too.
And Nick Frost and the other guy,
Simon Pegg.
Yeah, Kevin Smith and Jay.
Jay and Silent Bob. Yeah, there's a lot of directors like that.
And that whole crew.
Michael Spielberg and
Michael Spielberg.
Wow, this is why I shouldn't talk when I'm looking at IMDb, because my brain is looking at something. I meant to say Michael Bay, which, no offense to Steven Spielberg, I'm sorry there. And Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, yeah.
My brain doesn't work. My brain can't speak and look at something at the same time. It is a struggle for me on the daily. All right, so I think we've established what this film is. It is a film about war. It's a film about a lot of things, but it's mostly the like general storyline is how our main character became the owner of the Grand Budapest Hotel. And through that, we get all the like storylines of war and love and thievery. So I think it's time to ruin this film. So it's time to get Ruining Movie Bot out, who's been in the corner since our last recorded. I put a tarp over them this time, because they really do terrify me at night. So let me just beep, boop, boop, beep, 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 beep. So for the first genre, we are remaking the Grand Budapest Hotel as a documentary.
Hell yeah.
Documentary. Okay, one more. What's the second one? Ruining Movie Bot. We have a documentary, a war documentary, and it is I would love to see Wes Anderson do like a mockumentary, now that I think about it.
That'd be neat.
All right, we are remaking the Grand Budapest Hotel as a war documentary. We are going to make this a mockumentary, though, because I think that's more, Wes Anderson isn't probably going to do a real documentary. So this is a war mockumentary of the Grand Budapest Hotel. So I think, to start off, are we having Wes Anderson direct this?
Yes.
Okay, so we're keeping all the style we just talked about. Hell yeah. So Wes Anderson is directing. This is a remake of the Grand Budapest Hotel. For some reason, he made the Grand Budapest Hotel, and it just wasn't doing it for him. So he's remaking the entire thing. This time more as a war mockumentary. So how do we want to set this up now? As this is a mockumentary, who are we following? Or who is the, because one thing with mockumentaries is like the people creating and always usually play a character in it. So
Right.
who is the documentarian? Is it Jude Law's character, who I'm just realizing now doesn't have a name? It's just young writer.
True. Maybe he is a documentarian. Maybe he's doing a documentary about Zero.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, and then doing a documentary about Zero, and then maybe this is a war, so would it be a documentary about Zero, or would it be about God, what's his name? Who is the head guy? Zero's like mentor. He has a really good name. The problem with IMDb in this movie is like there's so many people in it that the cast list is hard to like find the people I'm want to talk about.
True.
Gustav. It's got Gustav.
Gustav. I was thinking Gustav.
Yeah.
Shit.
So I think like maybe the documentarian is following Gustav during this and the war breaks out, and Jude Law is being the documentarian. Who I think like who is Jude Law's crew? I think that's going to play a part. I feel like there's probably like kind of like the other ensemble pieces that Wes Anderson has done, because they're always like groups of people. Like there's the families.
Yeah.
There's family. I watched Rushmore, which is like a bunch of kids. There's the one where they're on a submarine with Bill Murray.
Mm-hmm.
So
So that crew of people should be the same documentary crew from Life Aquatic.
yes,
Isn't there a
Life
documentary
Aquatic. I was
crew
trying
in
to think of the name. Thank you for getting it. The Life Aquatic. You think with Steve Zissou? That would actually be a really crazy crossover if this is like secretly a sequel to that film.
Because that is a movie about a documentary, right?
Yeah, it's about Steve Zissou, who is I'm saying his name wrong, is a like actual real life. I don't know if that's his actual name, but he's a person who made documentaries about the ocean and stuff.
Okay, because I remember there being a film team and stuff.
Yes, but they are, yeah. So it's based off of that idea of like making that. So they would be a documentarian crew, but with Jude Law as being like maybe the director or something. So that means if we're doing that, that means we have Bill Murray, Owen Wilson, Angelica Houston, Kate Blanchett, William Dafoe, Jeff Goldblum.
Doing double duty.
Yeah, as playing multiple characters, because I feel like that would be something they would do.
Yeah, why not?
Oh my god, I want like a Wes Anderson cinematic universe. I know cinematic universes are overdone at this point and we really don't need any more, but like I kind of want to see a bunch of Wes Anderson characters from different movies interacting with each other.
Yeah,
like, with the same
Made by
actor.
themselves. Yeah.
Like Bill Murray from Rushmore meets Bill Murray from Life Aquatic meets Bill Murray from the Grand Budapest Hotel, which I think he's also in the French Dispatch. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, that's amazing.
And then there'll be like 30 Jason Schwartzman. He's in all of them too. Okay, so we have now the Life Aquatic team is now at the Grand Budapest Hotel. War is breaking out during this documentary, and I think we do a really Wes Anderson thing, and we stay at the Grand Budapest Hotel for the entire film.
Okay.
He really likes making set pieces and locations like part of the character. And I think the Grand Budapest Hotel and the documentary crew is really doing what Wes Anderson really has strengths in, and that is showing off very interesting characters. And we get a bunch of interviews with a bunch of different guests at the hotel. Yeah. And like that could be like one side thing going on, like one side storyline, and then like the main story could be like everyone trying to like deal with the war, but at the same time like doing interviews and like kind of doing the whole reality TV thing where like they're talking smack about the other guests about really, really simple things. Because,
yeah, like the confidentials.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's like another thing about Wes Anderson films is there's like usually like a really big thing happening, but like they all are focused on the really small things going on, kind of avoiding the big thing.
Man, yeah, I think you're onto something. We are onto something. Movie, great.
Yeah, so I think that would be very simple. We just get a bunch of shots. We would see a lot of characters we know, love appear. We would also, like, all the characters we see regular in the Grand Budapest Hotel could appear. Like Edward Norton as like the quote unquote Nazi character, the fascist. Could appear. I think Edward Norton in that role is very funny.
Yeah, it is very good.
Saoirse Ronan, which I hope I said her name right, could make her appearance as the bakery girl.
Man. Yeah, I just liked all the patrons at the hotel, you know? Like, you could just make something out of them.
I could stay, like, a lot of the movie is outside the Grand Budapest Hotel. I honestly could have watched it if it stayed at the Grand Budapest Hotel the entire time. I like it as really the anchoring of this movie. So we just make this movie purely about that. I'm trying to think of like what quirky things could happen during a Wes Anderson war documentary. I'm trying to think like what would be his Rise of the Valkyries song. Yeah. Let me just give some examples of other Wes Anderson soundtracks. For those who are unfamiliar, songs that he uses in his Spotify do not start playing right now. We have like usually we have the Life on Mars David Bowie cover in Life Aquatic. We got Needle in the Hay by Elliott Smith. There's Oh Yoko by John Lennon. So it's usually like lesser known songs, even though I just named some very not lesser knowns. A lot of Beatles influence in the Royal Tenenbaums. The Clash, Bowie, Love, Ramones, The Who. I'm trying to think.
Well, it's a war documentary, but it's led by Jude Law, so it's beyond the war that was happening.
Yes.
You're just interviewing people that dealt with the war.
Absolutely.
So it's something quirky that could happen in the modern day Grand Budapest Hotel. Maybe there's just like random hotel maintenance that needs to be done and shit keeps going wrong during the documentary.
Oh, I like that. Like two timeline thing, like going on like the documentary happening and then
water pipe breaks.
Okay, how about this? So we have the two timelines like we do in the Grand Budapest Hotel. I actually think we have three at one point. There is the one timeline, which is them actually doing the documentary during the war with Jude Law and the Life Aquatic crew. And we'll say in the war, that documentary is lost. Go to the fast forward to modern days. The film has been reconstructed, remastered, and is going to be premiered at the Grand Budapest Hotel. But the Grand Budapest Hotel needs repair. And they're trying to get ready for that. So you could kind of, I feel like Wes Anderson would compare like war to like a movie premiere somehow. I feel like that's something he would do. Like, I mean, I just watched Rushmore the other night. It's probably still my favorite Wes Anderson film. But like that one is like, there's a lot of war allegories, like Vietnam allegories, like in a film about a kid in high school.
Okay, interesting.
Rushmore's really good. I recommend it to anyone who likes Wes Anderson films. It's probably my favorite one.
It's on my list.
Yeah, it is a good flick. But like going back to the music, what? Maybe like the Mountain Goats? Maybe not. It's like 70s and 80s is like his music. I feel like maybe it would just be some Simon and Garfunkel song.
Yeah.
But like,
the movie premiere goes perfectly somehow, even though there's like leaking pipes sealed up with duct tape and like all kinds of terrible shit going on. The bellboy was late, or the lobby boy was late, but he showed up and got the job done. Beautiful music plays as the movie premiere goes on.
Yes, and then
we close with the documentarian and the documentary having a glass of scotch together.
Yeah, perfect. I think we did that. I would watch that film. I would watch this film, totally.
Yeah, I would watch any movie that we've ruined, damn it.
Okay, other than last week's.
Any movie, damn it.
The IP Man one was a rough.
It was a bit of a stinker, yeah.
It was rough. We had Michael Bay direct that one. I'm not watching that one. Every other film I would watch. This last week's not so much. Do we have anything we want to add to this before we go? Let me look at my notes.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. So Shane, what are we watching for next week?
I have decided on my personal favorite Wes Anderson film, mainly because I haven't seen them all yet.
Okay.
But I figured I'd pick one I'd watched and really enjoyed. Moonrise Kingdom.
Moonrise Kingdom. Hell yeah. I think we're about to just do a trilogy because I think I'm going to pick a Wes Anderson film for the 3-1.
I figured that was what was going to be happening.
Yeah, because you can't really pick like what would the genre of this be? I think the genre is just Wes Anderson.
That's what I said. I was like, no, forget a genre. Like, we're just going to do this and have it be this because it'll be fine.
Okay, so next week we are watching the 2012 Moonrise Kingdom. I think this was the film that actually came out right before the Grand Budapest, if I'm remembering correctly, unless he somehow snuck in a film in 2013, which he could. Awesome. Well, let's do some plugs and get out of here. Shane, start us off.
Ooh. I game and stuff at twitch.tv/bringtheshane. Come hang out. It's fun. We do fun stuff. We're fun people.
We are fun people. If you are listening to this in the future and want to see our face, come to our YouTube channel at Ruining Movies. You will find all of our past episodes along with shorts from the episodes if you just want to watch us in very short segments. I mean, who wouldn't? Come check that out. If you're watching this and want to listen to it, it's where all podcasts can be found. Along with that, you can go check out my other YouTube where I talk about tabletop stuff called The Known Unknown. If you like D&D and all that kind of stuff and want to hear some crazy ideas I have about that, go check that out. And yeah, Shane and I do Dummies Play on Mondays, where we play video games but make it way too hard on ourselves, ridiculously hard on ourselves, but it's a lot of fun. So go check that out. You can find that at Shane's, like he said, his Twitch channel, or you can go to Farm Goat, my YouTube channel, to see me live there. And yeah, that's it. We will see you guys all next week with Moonrise Kingdom, another great Wes Anderson film. Pretend that we have some quirky ukulele playing us out, and we will see you guys all next week. Bye-bye, and be excellent to each other.
Me
and Julio down at the schoolyard. All right, that was another podcast done, my friend.
Hell yeah, another one in the books.
Nice.
Wrap it up, put a bow on it, stick a fork in it.
Perfect. All right, well, I'm going to go finish the rest of that shawarma. That's not done, and I'm hungry.
You're funny. I can't believe you didn't finish it.
I was running late.
I thought you just forced it and suffered.
No, it was too spicy to force it.
Dang, I feel that.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
This has been fun as always. I'll be around later.
Yeah, for sure. I'll probably be around like after 10 or something like that.
For sure. I'll talk to you later, buddy.
Peace. Bye. All right, chit chat. I'm getting out of here. Also, thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back next week on Monday for Dummies Play, and then we'll be back on Tuesday for Ruining Movies as we are talking about The Moonrise Kingdom, another great Wes Anderson film. And then we will finish out off with a third Wes Anderson film. What one will it be? We only have a couple to pick from, but I think I know what I want to watch. All right. As always, be excellent to each other, and I will see you guys all next time. Peace.